Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Tracy, and I am back with another video. Anyways, before any further ado, please allow me to remind you what to do. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget, turn the post notification buttons on. You hear it first. So, as you can see, I have my spirit in hand. So you know what kind of video this is, right? My damn ones, no. Right? But let me just say this. Thank you so much to all the people who have been riding with me on my journey since I have started my channel. I am very appreciative of all of you becoming a part of my family. I appreciate you guys so much. And to my new found friends and family, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. You just don't know how much you guys mean to me. Without your support, I cannot be sitting here. So it means a lot to me to have you guys to be a part of the T-Freight 4.0 family. And I promise you, to my new found family, my new friends who have joined me recently, I can tell you, you will not be disappointed. So, let me jump right into my video so I can tell you exactly what I want to talk about. And listen, some of you may agree with me, while some of you may not. But this is a no judgment zone. I like to say this in most of my conversations. Because I do not call I like to say I'm having a conversation, really. You know, because I like people to comment below down here. I like people to share their opinion. I welcome everyone's opinion. Over here is a no judgment zone. So you are free to be respectful, commenting and sharing your opinion and your views. I welcome all of that over here. So, let me jump right into my topic. Let me take a sip of the spirit so I can bring you this tea and this juice with a palate that is, yeah. Here, let me wet the palate. I can't do a dry palate. So, my topic, guys, is it okay to have the good old deeds on the first date? I wonder why. I shouldn't why. I am hoping that you all know what I'm thinking and how I feel about this. Right? So, newsflash. For all the people who don't think, or have no idea what I'm thinking, what I'm going to say. Newsflash. Nothing is wrong with having the good old intercourse on the first date. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong with it. But before I just jump out and say this, I'm going to prove to you that nothing is wrong with it. So, my first pointer is, statistics shows that 25% of most meaningful relationships started out as a one-night stand. And some of you may say, what is 25%? It's not a lot. But if you have 25% of relationship that starts out on a one-night stand and they survive and they become meaningful relationship, people develop family from this. You know, people create long-term memories. People create investments. businesses, become productive citizens in their communities, contributing as a family unit. 25% is a lot. So, nothing is wrong with having intercourse on the first date. I will say this, guys. As long as you are being responsible, and I mean adults, I'm not talking to children here. And let me put this disclaimer here out. If you are under the age of 18 years old, you're not supposed to be watching my content. This is an adult channel, guys. Just let me put my disclaimer out there. But, yes, I believe if you are out on a date with somebody and the chemistry is right, the energy is right, everything is just flowing, and you think this is what you want to do, and both of you agree to this, who am I to tell you it's not okay? Listen, darling, when our bodies are talking to us, listen, it's a all different ball game. When you started to feel that heat and that flustery feeling, come on, it's a beautiful thing. Why are you going to ignore it? And why should you even think about ignoring it? You should not. As long as you are doing it responsible, nothing is wrong with jumping in the sack on the first date, darling. I am 10 toes down on that. The next point I have. And it says, hooking up now probably won't turn your partner off. It will not. And let me just put this in here. Because if you're going to think that you literally jump in the sack with somebody and you're going to feel as though they're going to judge you for doing so, so isn't that hypocritical? Where were the both of you when this was happening? I am absolutely sure that both of you all were in the same place, in the same sack, doing the deed. So who is going to be a hypocrite? You cannot be judged. Because both of you were in the same place, committing the same act at the same time, equally, cohesively, participating 100%. So how are you going to think someone can judge you for doing something that they 10 toes down participated in? There's no judgment. And if this have ever happened to any of you, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whomever you're with, and if you ever think someone has ever judged you or ever come out of their mouth sideways to you about something like that, you make sure you remind them you were there too. Right? You have the right to remind them you were there too. You were a willing participant. There was no gun to your head. What are you talking about, you hypocrite? This is when the word hypocrite comes in very handy, darling. This is when you use it to your advantage. Right? Yes. So, again, I'm going to read the statistics to you. And it says, there was a poll that posted, 2018, where it says 83% of women believe men will think less of a woman who has sex on the first date. But in reality, majority of the men don't. They don't. And then the poll further states that 67% of those who polled maintain Nothing is absolutely wrong with it. And that's a good thing. These men and women think it's a good thing that they actually jumped in the sack. Right? So when we're over here listening to people beat down people and put people down and judge people and talk all this nonsense that comes to their minds, and the idiot ideology that they comes up with, listen, I am a big believer. If you are going to live this life, live this life. Do not leave any stone unturned. You don't want to become 60, 70 years old and said, I wish. Live. That is why we were blessed with lives. We were here for a purpose, and we should live it actively, fully, and loudly without any apology. Live unapologetically. I will tell anybody that. Live your life loud, live your life unapologetically, live your life freely, live your life exciting, live your life. Don't allow anybody to judge you. And I think I'm straying away from my topic, but I just want to drop this in here, because a lot of us live our life for people and make decisions because of people and choices because of people. Well, darling, you have only one you. You do not get to share one you. Because you know why? Because when you were placed here, you were placed for a purpose, and that is to live your life. So why not do it loud and proud? Right? The next pointer. Having intercourse on the first date can be fun and exciting. Right? Let me say this again. Having intercourse on the first date can be fun and exciting. And now, having intercourse on the first date can be an experience that you've never, ever had in your entire life. And I'm going to add this. Don't you know that on your first date, laying your eyes on somebody for the first time and getting in the sack with that person can be your one and only time you've ever experienced the big O. And most of you who don't know what the big O is, the big O, it's called the big O. Listen. I'm getting heated in here. Yes. Most of the time, a lot of us have never gotten the big O. And on the very first date, jump in the sack for the very first time with somebody, bam, there it is. So nothing is wrong with exploring life and live your life to the fullest. And even if it goes nowhere, because remember, this may not lead to something other than what it is. Just a good old time in the sack. And even if it does not lead to a relationship, or even if you've never laid eyes on this person again, who cares? Who cares? Nobody cares. You're an adult. You lived your life to the fullest. You enjoyed what you were doing. Wow. You got the big O? What? Who can beat that? Nobody. Like, who can take the big O away? Like, nobody. Like, Getting the big O, y'all. Because most of us, like, you will be surprised how many women have never gotten the big O. Never. And can you believe experiencing the big O on a one night stand? Or on a first date? What? That is a story for the books. Anyways, let me just say this. My husband and I have been together going on almost 15 years. Yes, we're close to our 15-year mark. And I will say this. The very first day I laid eyes on my husband, we got busy. You would have thought we were husband and wife. It was the very first day I laid eyes on this young man. We got busy. Look at us now. Almost 15 years later. We are married. And I'm not going to say we have not gone through the ringer. Every relationship does. But we stayed with each other. And now we're fully committed to each other. We're in love like no other. So, it was the very first day he got the goods. And look at us today. So, that is just a fun fact about my life, guys. But let me remind y'all again what to do. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn your post notification button on. So whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first to know. Remember, tell a friend.